Welcome. I'm sitting here with Rob from Vend Advisors.
Randy, good to see you.
You too. And we've been talking a lot about selling a business. In fact, we just did a couple of videos before this one. One was all about just how complex it is and all the different moving parts and people involved with it sometimes. And also another video where like 20% of businesses just don't get sold for various reasons. Where does the process come into this when somebody's looking to sell? Uncertainty, business hates uncertainty of any sort. And boy, there's so many different things it looks like when you're selling a business that can go on. How do you help take away that uncertainty and decomplicate the process and keep people out of that, they can't get sold. Keep them out of that 20% number.
You cued on it and hit on it. It is a process, and it needs to it needs to be gone through. There are going to be ups and downs.
Yeah,
period.
Sure.
Bottom line, point blank. It's not going to be smooth. There are going to be buyers that are likely to come forward and start to go forward with it, progress, and then decide to pull out at the end. But the important part, I think, again, is to realize that you're on a track and you're on a path. It might not be as quick as we all want it. Just kind of obviously depends upon the business and what's there in the market and what we're doing. But yes, there is a process. So in many cases, we go through with our prospective clients, exactly that from the standpoint of what we're going to do in terms of reviewing the business from a financial aspect and talking to them, determining an opinion of value as to how and where we're going to where we suggest in terms of listing that business from a pricing standpoint, market wise. There are going to be things standpoint of how it's going to be advertised, and obviously it can be done anonymously, but how it's going to be advertised, how it's going to be positioned, how it's going to be networked from the standpoint of finding buyers. Prospective buyers that come forward are going to be vetted from the standpoint that they are, from a serious consideration standpoint before we get to any point of signing and having a non-disclosure agreement, but even before understanding what that buyer is, before we even would maybe do a site survey or share any type of information from that standpoint. Anybody who wants to formally offer, there's going to have to be a formalized letter of intent, spelled out really well in terms of what that offer is that we can compare and go through, and then obviously we progress through into a final agreement. But there'll be quite a bit of, we've talked about before, relative to the complexity and maybe having to speak with landlords and some other elements. There'll be some of the back and forth within there that definitely occurs.
Yeah, it's funny. You mentioned it's nothing can go totally smooth. Ups and downs. I believe it was Sam Snead, the great golfer. His approach to stuff was, he goes, listen, I know I'm going to hit about 7 bad shots. So if something happened, he didn't lose it. He didn't freak out. It's going to be part of the process. And I think having a guy like Rob who's going, listen, here's what's going to happen. Here's the next step. Here's what could happen. It's just being prepared for stuff. And I think that's if you're looking to sell a business, I know Rob is good at helping businesses sell business, but also, just increase their value. It's called Vend Advisors for a reason, and he's a great advisor. And if you want to check out some of his videos more, vendadvisors.biz, there's plenty just like this. But if you're looking to sell, Rob, they can give you a call anytime, yeah?
Absolutely, from there. And I think the key is you want to be prepared, but we also have to be flexible.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're gonna hit some bad shots.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the curveball that you're not gonna be able to even swing at from that standpoint. So, but you want to, but obviously I think being prepared allows you to be flexible.
Yeah, and keep a cool head, I think, as you're moving forward in this,
Good deal.
It's a big thing. So,
Good
hey,
deal.
Rob, thanks so much for sharing that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.